Yo, what's going on, guys? And we're hearing from CBS Sports insider Brett Reiter. I've never heard of this guy, but he has a decent following. If you guys have heard of him, let me know. So take it with a grain of salt. It seems like everybody's an insider now that Woj is gone. And with that being said, what I do think is interesting right here is that Giannis Antetokounmpo preferred destinations are allegedly the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat, which seems like he wants to go to a destination that either has an easy route to cap flexibility, which the Heat do, or that they control draft asset. The Heat are just a good organization, while the Brooklyn Nets are a clean slate. Plus, they're two major cities. And I think with Giannis, basically the report is that he is going to potentially want to, if next offseason, earliest it seems, is if this season ends up like last year, a repeat of last year, he's alluding that could end up being the case for Giannis Antetokounmpo, as Giannis does not want to disappoint. And yeah, he signed the extension, but the extension just meant it was easier for him to be traded. As Giannis Antetokounmpo's future in Milwaukee is obviously, that's been a topic of speculation, and it is still speculating, because according to Brett Reiter, a third executive from an Eastern Conference team has indicated that Giannis's preferred trade destinations are right now being alluded Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat. So for me, when you look at something like that, I think, first off, if they were, let's say, this offseason going to do the trade, I hate to break it to you, the Milwaukee Bucks would the package for the Heat would be around Jimmy Butler, and then for the Brooklyn Nets, you would have to assume it'd be like a package centered around, probably Jimmy Butler and maybe Tyler Hero. Then for the Brooklyn Nets, it'd be salary filler, which would be probably a combination of Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and then any young guys you want. And the picks could be put any there, but we're talking about a potential two-time MVP. And the reason why this is alluding is supposedly he's still mad about them trading Drew Holiday. He hasn't liked how they've mismanaged the team since winning the championship. And third, really, it seems like he's not gelling with Doc Rivers. And I always said that was going to be a big reason for concern, as I just think Doc's an antiquated coach. He isn't he's coasted off of his 2008 championship with the Boston Celtics for the last 16 years. And I know people say, oh, he's a player's coach and all that. Yeah, maybe he was a player's coach 15 years ago, but I don't think he's modernized his coaching style to fit today's game. And I really do think that when you look at the current slate for the Bucks, you have Damian Lillard out there, and the whole roster sucks at this point, okay? Everyone outside of Damian Lillard and Giannis, honestly, have not been impactful. They've been less than impactful. So, I think that's the biggest thing, is that understanding that this is a team that is going to have to either churn it around rather quickly in this season, or it really will be a repeat of last year. And last year, it's crazy to think about that they were actually a better team, record-wise, under Adrian Griffin. And Bucks fans, I know that Adrian Griffin supposedly was somebody that the team did not respond well to, and that there was allegedly rumors that there was a discourse in the locker room regarding Mr. Adrian Griffin's coaching style, and that if that was going to be what was evident, or what was I guess you would say the reason why they were playing so bad, was the belief that it was Mr. Adrian Griffin's fault and not the roster's fault. But then you bring in Doc Rivers and it stays. I just think this is every year the roster got older and you just didn't improve it, and you just kept running it back as if it was going to be just as as impactful when it just wasn't. So for me, I think that's the biggest thing, and that's why Giannis is here. Is like, isn't the rule of insanity doing the same thing over again and expecting different results? So, again, with that being said, I think that's the biggest thing that you're looking at when you look at the Milwaukee Bucks and why Giannis might want to come here. They're a bad defensive team. They're not good offensively. Chris Middleton's knees are shot. Lower body is shot. Brook Lopez came back from the dead. And the 2 years that he was amazing, they didn't capitalize on it. And I think he's now old. Bobby Portis can only do so much, and he's not really a defensive player. So, like, how are you supposed to improve this roster? And that's where, like, you look at the situation and you're like, yeah, it makes sense why they're like this and why it's all going to end up being a part of whatever it's going to end up being. It's just like how they react to the group of guys they have here and how they try to make it better. Look, your biggest acquisitions this offseason were Gary Trent Jr., AJ Johnson, and Tyler Smith. I like AJ Johnson and Tyler Smith, but you just drafted 2 guys off of potential and not what they could do now. And the back, your whole bench outside of, the couple vets that you do have is a bunch of young guys still on their rookie deals. So I didn't know how you were expecting this to work, in my opinion. Like, really. This is a quick note that I really wanted to add right here, is that just off the top of the dome, when I think of Giannis and a whole deal, Brooklyn and Miami, I assume first off, doesn't seem like, I think Giannis is going to go to a big market. Why do I say that? I don't know why. It's not that I don't think it's like, he wants to do that. No, I think like he's been in Milwaukee all these years. Like, I think he wants to either be in like Cali with I think if he goes to a California team, I really think it's either going to be the Warriors or the Clippers. The Lakers have no shot in hell in getting him. I think the reason why it's Brooklyn is he wants to be positioned with teams that, the thing is, Miami and Brooklyn, unlike the Clippers, the Warriors, all right, even if you put the Chicago Bulls, who's another big market, because they used to say he was infatuated with Chicago. I think he wants to go to a team that has not mortgaged their future. Basically, he wants to go to a team that still has their draft picks, that has a young core, has flexibility, because he's seen how the Bucks have literally handicapped themselves from not being able to improve and just have an aging roster. And I think he wants to go to a team that has a better management of their assets and is going to put him in a better position to consistently win. And we all know that he's butthurt about Jrue Holiday leaving. So, because I think he wanted Dame and Jrue together. Maybe he wanted Chris Middleton to be the guy who got traded. And he's probably upset that he sees Jrue leave and go win a championship, because that was supposed to be him. That's kind of like my whole thoughts right there on that. But if you made it to this part of the video, this is basically the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.